That Talk TV, we back again.
Welcome to Talk That Talk Media, where the vibe is live. DJ and Tika are hype, keeping dreams alive. Welcome to Talk That Talk Media, where the vibe is live. DJ and Tika are hype, keeping dreams alive. Bringing you reactions, reviews and slick recaps. Join the conversation, no time for mishaps. Trends will uncover, every beat devour. With fresh insights and energy will never tire. From pop culture to the latest in the game, dive in with us. You want to stake your claim, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Talk That Talk Media. Welcome to Talk That Talk Media.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, EJ.
And it's Tika.
And y'all, we are back to talk about The Burbs. Now, if you have not watched this is on Peacock. This is actually a remake of the original, which I did not see. It was originally a movie, and then they redid it, and now it's a series, and it stars Keke Palmer, and I thought it was pretty good. What did you think, Tika?
Yeah, I mean, I had to go back and kind of look at the thumbnails or the images of what happened in the original, the actual movie. And then it kind of was like, okay, now I kind of have something that I can kind of compare it to. But I'm gonna watch anything Keke Palmer. I love this young lady that she's in this world doing her thing. We watched her from a little girl. She's a mama in real life, and she plays a mama in this series. And so I was here for it. I ain't gonna lie, the first 2 episodes I was dozing off, but then once I woke up and really got into it, I was like, oh, there's some crazy folks in the burbs.
Okay, did you cussing me out?
Okay.
What
the hell you just got me watching now? Okay. But I was here. I was watching.
I'm not mad at that. Y'all already know we got a crew with us tonight, and we're going to be talking about this, having a little discussion. We're going over all 8 episodes, so we're going to dive into it. We're not going to go, word for word, but we just going to talk about it, y'all. So let me go ahead and bring everybody up. We got Mo69 in the building. Hey, Boo. Love that cap.
Hey, y'all. Thank you.
Yeah,
The Burbs.
Okay, The Burbs. And we'll get a vibe check as soon as I get everybody up and see how everybody felt about it. Miss Kira's in the building. How you doing, boo-boo?
What's up? Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hello. And of course, we got Miss Tamika's Den in the building. Hey. What's going on?
Hey, Tamika.
She might not.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, girl. And last but certainly not least, we got our girl, Miss K Bly, in the building. Slice of horror. How you doing?
Hey, y'all.
Listen, y'all know I need a vibe check, so I'm gonna start with Miss Kira, then Tamika, then Mo, then Kay. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about The Burbs.
I enjoyed it. Now, some of the stuff I was looking at Keke like, Keke. Now, Keke, Keke don't do this. Mary Beth do this, but Keke don't do this. So, I was giving her a little side eye for some of the, questionable behaviors. But it was cute. I enjoyed it.
Okay, that's what's up. Tamika?
Originally when I heard about it, I thought it was a movie. I'm like, wait, The Burbs, like the Tom Hanks Burbs? It's been so long since I've seen that. But then I'm like, okay, it's going to be a limited series. But then I'm like, oh, I guess it's not a limited series. So I wasn't really expecting that. But it was all right. But I was with Miss Kira, where I was like, girl, we don't do this. What the hell is happening here, Keke? But on some parts, But it was okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's what's up, Mo.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like Tamika said, I thought it was a limited series. I didn't know it was going to be a continuation until I got to the final episode 8. I'm like, oh snap, we gonna get a season 2? Okay, we hoping. But yeah, I enjoyed it, and yeah, we don't do that. She had to be real bored and real nosy to be doing that with a whole baby. I can't.
Girl, that part. Okay, what are your thoughts? Vibe check.
It was a good way to storytell. Very, very good storytelling. There was a lot of fake outs that kept you guessing, like each episode. A lot of red herrings throughout the show. But yeah, I think we're all in agreement that you know, some things just, you know, people like us, we just don't do. We you know, there's some things we just don't involve ourselves with. Like, that's just way too much. That ain't my business. I'm gonna stay over here. But I guess that they kind of played on this, that, you know, she's bored, she doesn't have any friends here, new mom, and she was like a lawyer, so it was just in her nature to be curious all the time. But I'm like, yeah, we don't do those things. Mm-mm.
Okay, the way that house would have just sat there minding its business.
Correct.
I just be bored waiting my kid.
Okay, that part. But listen, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get into a little vibe check, a little extra little vibe check. Got a little few questions, see if y'all paid attention to the show.
I ain't know it's a test.
Yeah, got a test. What name did Lynn call Keke Palmer's character at the first wine meetup? Not when she first came up to her, not when she knocked on the window, because Keke told her, not Keke, but the character's name told her name at the window when she knocked on her door, when she was doing, you know, when she was listening to Juvenile and, you know, and then them. But when she went to the wine meeting, Lynn called her, she tried to introduce her to Dana. Is that her name, Dana? Whatever her name is. No,
it's Dana. It's Dana.
She tried to introduce her to her, and she called her by the incorrect name. Does anybody remember how she said it? Anybody?
Girl, now you know I got ADHD. I watched this show a week ago.
Right. I watched a week ago. I know her name.
I don't know.
Samira, and she bushed up. Samira, something child. She messed
Samira.
it up. I know that.
Yeah. Okay. She called her Samira.
Okay.
When she first came over there.
Oh,
okay.
Like
how long has?
Samira? Okay, sure.
Yeah, but her name is Samira. How long has Todd lived in the neighborhood? He said a very specific number.
Forever.
20? I don't know.
37 years. I don't know.
18 months.
Todd was very peculiar. I don't like to say him and his trike was killing me.
10 days. Okay. Shoot. There was an 8 in there somewhere.
Yep, you was the closest. What is the name of the Girl Scout? And on her business card, what else does she do?
Oh, Lord,
I know she was a babysitter, a parent assistant.
Right.
And does she do notary?
Notary, that's the only thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's her name?
Baby girl had a resume.
Riley, child.
You were so close, Miss Kira. It started with an R.
Miss Kira been paying attention.
Rory. Oh, okay.
Rory.
What did Rob tell Naveen about Megan's? And then
can't trust the Megan, can't trust the big button and smile.
You were very close. Never trust the Megan. And lastly, what does Robin Samira do for a living? Casey said it earlier for one.
Attorney.
Samira's a lawyer. I don't remember what he do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I done forgot what Rob does.
Like marketing or something?
Yeah, but yeah.
He's a book editor. He's a civil litigation attorney.
It's been a week.
Civil litigation.
Look, that's not
very
like
specific.
It's okay, y'all. It's okay. I understand. I had to go back and look up the answers because it had been a week for me too. I had wrote the answers at the end of my slide, and I was like, "Oh shit, I forgot some of these. Let me go see if I remember them." I remembered half of them, but some of them I didn't. So I didn't expect it, but we was gonna use it anyway. But we're gonna get into this house across the street because we've all made note of this. That this is some stuff we just don't, we don't involve ourselves in. Like old houses across the street that don't have nothing to do with us, but especially when they done said somebody got over there. But Samira had an obsession with this pink house. And y'all kind of spoke on it a little bit, but I just kind of want to get y'all thought process about the pink house and all of the rumors that's going around about the pink house, because now we got she was murdered in the house and all these things, but everything leads back to the pink house. Hold on. Did anybody see this? The original? I know Tamika probably did.
I did, but it was so long ago.
It's so
Tamika
long
said she
ago.
did.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
I saw bits and pieces of it, and I went after I watched the series and attempted to re-watch the thing in its entirety, and I was like, absolutely not. Like, after the first 15 minutes, I'm like, I can't do it. Sorry.
Okay. I was just wondering if anybody already kind of had a clue as to, because I don't know what the original, I don't know if it's the same concept or what. I just figured it might be, but
I don't. I remember.
It's supposed to
I
be
I don't think
similar
it's that
concept.
much. I mean, in terms of it being you moved into a new
On the
neighborhood,
block,
and
right?
what the hell
Yeah.
is going on? Yeah, but the whole story, no. From what I
okay.
remember.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right. So what were your
Yeah,
thoughts?
it was kind of the same. It was like in the same like genre, like a dark comedy like this one. Because I remember watching it as a kid, like in the 90s. So I mean, you know, Tom Hanks was the man back then. So you had to watch all of his movies. So yeah, I don't outwardly like remember it, but I do know it was a dark comedy just like this one was.
Okay. All right. Well, what were your thoughts, Kay? We start with you over this Samira's obsession with this doggone pink house across the street. She up there early in the morning, late at night, just staring at the doggone house. And then she starts to see stuff in it. I was like, is there really people in there? Or is she just starting to see stuff? She was, I don't know, it was too much.
See, first of all, I watch way too many horror movies, and that looks like the murder house from American Horror Story. I don't do houses that look like the murder house, the house from what is it, Nightmare on Elm Street, or the house from Amityville Horror. If any houses that look like that, I'm not moving around. Nothing that look like those houses. So she was better than me, because if I would have seen that, I'd have been like, next neighborhood, please.
Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm not living here. Tamika, what were your thoughts on Samira's obsession with this doggone pink house? Like, girl, what are we doing?
I mean, I might have peeked out a couple times and asked my husband what she did, but if I start seeing lights flickering and somebody standing by the window and you telling me nobody lived there for however many years, yeah, no. It's a no for me. I'm not going nowhere near it. It's no more than me peeking every now and then and being like, well, if you said there's nobody there, who the hell turning on the lights? But I'm not going to investigate at all.
That part. The way that she just would walk baby boy outside at night, not me. I'm not going outside at nighttime. I was just like, Samira was doing too much for me. That house alone says stranger danger, which means that I'm only coming outside during the daytime and I'm not going anywhere near where that house is. Now, granted, she was on her side of the road. It's too dark. And especially if I'm seeing things. Mo, thoughts over Samira's obsession?
Why? That's like, I see you be suspicious about it, like, because it is creepy and it got like a lot of birds on it, like some crows or some ravens, whatever, on the house. But obsession, that's just too much. She is too bored. Yeah.
What you say? She needs to go back. She needs to hurry up and get off maternity leave because she's doing too much.
Basically.
Listen, we're going to go ahead and just move into the neighbors in the neighborhood, right? And I want to go through each character more so. And then we'll talk about some specific things about some of the storylines, but I really just want to kind of dive into each one of these. We have Todd, of course, and honestly, you can, I'm not going to go like everybody talk about each character. I'm just going to kind of like pick a character and y'all can kind of talk about them. If there's any character in specific that you really want to discuss, just let me know. But we have Todd, we have Dana, we have Lauren, we have Lynn, we have Naveen. Of course, we have Samira, we have Rob, we have Langston, Rory, Betsy, AKA Allison Grant. And then we have, what was that chick name? Was her name Kate or something started with a K? The little chick who tried to fool Naveen. I think it's Kate. I put their names right here.
It's
but
Kate.
I can't see it. It's so small. Thank you. And then, of course, we have Agnes. I didn't put Bill up here, y'all. I forgot about Bill. Bill was in here too, but I forgot about him. But anyway, Kay, pick a character and just some of the specific moments that you remember and some of the things that stood out for you.
Yeah, what's old girl whose husband passed away? What was her name?
Lynn.
that one there, because she was real suspicious the whole time. Turned out that she actually was a good person. She was actually a very good neighbor, was taking care of the little baby and stuff. But it was something about her that just wasn't sitting right with me. And I'm just like, okay, so her husband recently passed, but she's still in the house, like talking to him. And I've seen people do that before in TV and movies, where their deceased spouse, they still kind of like talking to them and whatnot. And something told me that there was something up with her. And she was all in everybody's business because she was trying to distract herself from her own grief. The fact that she was not ready to let go. And I know it's a whole trail of stuff with her husband that she didn't know, but between her dealing with grief and then kind of trying to date the neighbor's husband, and then realizing that her husband was also dipping and diving across the neighborhood. She was a very complex character than what we thought we were seeing on the surface level. But I think, at her core, we just see a woman whose life partner passed away, and she just was having trouble with trying to process all of that, and was channeling it into what everybody else had going on in their lives. So I actually do like her. She a little unhinged, but I like her.
Yeah, I did too. I knew something was off with her. I think it was episode, I don't know. Well, I don't remember what episode it was. I think it was like episode 2 when Samira takes her the key, and she didn't act like a normal person would that just got a key. You know what I'm saying? And somebody thought enough of you, like, okay, I'm gonna give you a key to my house. And she didn't offer her a key back, then offered to let her in. I said, what in the ham sandwich is going on here, Lynn? That's when I was like, okay, something ain't right with you. Tamika, any character in specific that just really was like, ugh, I knew, like, or one that you really rocked with, or just anything. Just pick a character, talk about
them. I thought more was gonna come up with Dana, the Marine. I pretty much felt the same way about Lena as Yazid. I was like, what's going on here? I just thought it was a little something extra happening, the way that she reacted towards Samara and the way she acted towards Dana when she came, but at the same time, it was like, okay, when you grieving, maybe you just sometimes don't want to be bothered or whatever have you, but definitely was something extra. But I thought Dana and Todd, I think that's his name. I thought they were like a good combination, a good team together when they would be trying to go on their little secret missions and we gonna kidnap you and make you talk because we know something more or whatever with the missing girl. So I like them, but I was like not expecting all of that at the same time. But I thought something else was gonna come up with her, like, because I believe her girlfriend was in the military too when she was away. So I kind of thought we was going to get something else with that. Maybe if they get a season 2, we will. But then it didn't go that way. It was like a whole nother situation where I think she ended up showing them an ankle bracelet and was like, oh, well, I got into some trouble. I did some illegal stuff. And, that's pretty much all it was for her. I thought it was going to be another twist to that. But I thought they was good together.
Yeah. I like Dana. Yeah, Dana is an interesting character for sure. But I did think that there would be more with her character as well. I was like, come on, y'all could have did better than that with this, because I felt like she was about to have something just completely crazy go down. But it was what it was. Mo?
And I'm sorry, I was gonna say, I actually wish we would have got more. I don't remember what his name was in here, but Keke's brother. When he came on the scene, he had me cracking up. I wouldn't have minded. Well, Samara's brother, you know what I mean. I wouldn't have minded a little bit more of him.
Yes, I liked her brother. He was one of my favorite characters too, and we should have got more of him.
Yeah, his name is Langston. I agree. I would like to see more of him. He was a hoot. I mean, he even noticed when Todd and Dana was secretly up there messaging, talking to each other on walkie-talkie. He was like, I can hear y'all. He said, I'm just bored. And he said, I'm nosy and bored because he was babysitting the baby at the time. And it was funny. He like, whatever y'all got going on, I want in, okay? And he brought the baby along. It was funny. But, Lynn is crazy for fighting with the dead man in her cooler, her walk-in fridge. I knew something was up because she didn't want nobody in her house. She didn't want nobody in her house. And then when they was about to have that event, what's her name, Agnes, have her barbecue or whatever, and she stored the meat in her walk-in. She usually store the meat, and she's like, "No, not this year, because her deceased husband usually handle that." But we figure out that she is keeping the deceased husband on ice. And it was funny how she found out that Agnes and her husband had an affair. I was cracking up.
Yeah, that was funny.
I think who was that? Bill spilled the beans or whoever.
Yeah, Bill saying he about to get some get back, okay? But I'm like, dude, her husband is
like,
dead.
I thought you knew.
Like, I guess you just get back on Agnes because, like, what are we gonna do for Bill? Like, oh my god, that was crazy. Miss Kira.
Child, Agnes needed them hands, okay? Because not you was really messing with my husband when he was amongst us. And then you keep having your dog, you the HOA lady, but you keep having your dog go to the bathroom on my lawn. Just let the dog out and let the dog bark. I'm like, if somebody don't go get that lady and yoke her up real quick, she was pissing me off. But I was with Langston. I love that type of nosy. Whatever y'all with, I let me be in on it. Because me and this baby ain't got nothing going on now. I don't know how Keke had all that time to be getting everything she got into with a new baby. I'm like, what? Ma'am, don't you need some sleep? But, I digress.
Yeah, that part. Take a douche.
First of all, The Burbs, it reminded me of another movie where I think it was Shia LaBeouf and he had the ankle monitor and he couldn't go but so many feet away from the house. All he could do is assume that something was going on.
It reminded me of that too. Yes.
Yeah. So that's what this whole thing was giving me. And then to find out that the whole damn neighborhood got secrets was hilarious. Todd is my boy though. I like Todd. He was there, he was taking in, absorbing everybody else's business and wasn't saying ish about what he had going on. And then we see Todd at the barbecue at the neighborhood party, and he just want to dance. He just want to dance, turn the music on. He just want to dance. Him and his tricycle or that whatever that thing he was riding on through the neighborhood was hilarious to me. So I liked Todd's character, but I also like that Samara was nosy. She was nosy. She want to know what the heck is going on. Listen, I may not actually go into the house, but I'm darn sure gonna look out my window so I can see everything that's going on across the street. I might be that nosy neighbor because I darn sure be looking out my back window in my neighborhood. So, I just like, I like those two characters. Hell, everybody got secrets in The Burbs. That's all I can say. So, yeah.
And do. Okay, every last one of them. I think for me, like, Todd was that one that just really, like, that nobody really did know much about Todd, but Todd was able to pull everybody's files and know what everybody had going on. And he's been there the least out of, well, besides Samira and Rob, of course, but you can't really count Rob because Rob lived there his whole life. Right. But so I guess besides Samira, technically, but he's only been there for 8 months. And then you got, like I said, Dana. I just didn't like the fact that her story wasn't as interesting as I thought it was going to be. I didn't care nothing about Agnes and her daughter. They was weirdos. Agnes just do too much with that dog. It was just irritating me. The way that dog would have gotten kicked every time he came over there to take a crap in my yard. Yeah, Agnes would have hated me as a neighbor because that dog would have never. And you just let the dog do it and let him off the leash. Just doing too much. And I was suspect of Rob for like the first part, but I guess that's what goes back to what Kay was talking about how they literally had us thinking this to this, and then it was something totally different. But all of the characters were funny. I just wish that they had gave us more of Langston. That's who I like the most. Liz's freezer situation. Okay, so we talked about the fact that Marty, who is her husband, he died 6 months ago, actually, and she never once called anybody to come pick up the body. She didn't get a death certificate. even the kids, she say her and her kids aren't that close, and that she was just able to get away with this elaborate, I don't want to call it a lie. I know that she was grieving, and I know that she was maybe in shock, but I don't think people, girl, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Lynn in her situation, to be honest. Tika, what are your thoughts over Lynn's freezer situation?
Lynn is weird as hell. First of all, who putting eggs in cabinets? That's all I want to know. And then, secondly, didn't the neighbors find it suspicious that there was no funeral? They didn't see a funeral home car come pick up a body. All we know is this man is dead. When did the ambulance come and pick this man up? Like, this little behind suburb, you would have thought that if there was an ambulance that came through, somebody would have been outside and saw the ambulance coming through to take the body away. That moment, it was just like, okay, y'all's the suburb and y'all know everything except for what y'all need to know, and y'all girl who having wine on the porch with y'all every other night is holding bodies. But you know, I again, just like everybody else, I felt like it was something up to her. And then it made me look at her even more sideways, because you're watching a baby, but you got the whole body in your house. Like, wait a minute. So that was just a little too much for me.
Okay.
Call the therapist.
Call somebody. Tamika, thoughts on Lynn's freezer situation?
Yeah, like I said, the more and more with her, it was like, well, why you don't want them to come in? You don't want them to put certain things, certain places.
Mhm.
And then originally, because I think his picture was up on the fridge, so I'm like, is she talking to the picture or is he inside the fridge? Like, I started thinking that. So when she finally opened it up and actually was having a conversation with him laying there, I was like, oh, and now she wraps him up with the saran wrap. I don't know where she got this strength from, because I know he had to be heavy as hell.
Exactly.
She got that man strength.
Yeah, she really did. That was the strength of the gods. But the way, you know, she would just be coming, sipping her tea and sipping the wine and talking with them, and it just was like it was nothing to her. I'm like, oh, okay, like, you know, it made sense for the way she was acting that whole time. But I really wasn't expecting it to like literally be him chilling on ice for real.
Okay, that part. Anybody else have any thoughts over Lynn's situation before we move to Dana's story?
Other than the fact that it was
Cracking up when she found.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, I was just cracking up at the fact that when she found out the husband had cheated, that she drug his old behind out the thing and was like, "Get man, where you gonna go? Get out!
Get your
ma'am,
get your and get
I was
out.
like, somebody lock her up.
Come on, Lynn.
But do y'all think that she was like did the grief come to a halt because she loved her husband so much that she just didn't want him to be gone? Like, she couldn't process her grief, because, you know, sometimes when people have the funeral, the service, it's like, you know, when they say nail in the coffin shut, and it's like it hits your brain that they're finally gone, like they're gone, they're not coming back, and you actually have to deal with your loved one is no longer going to be with you. And in her mind, you know, not giving him a proper service and not burying him, and you see she was still talking to him like he was there, she was not ready to let that man go. And as old as they were, you know, they had to be, you know, together for decades. Like that was her life partner, her husband. And she loved him that much that her brain was not able to process him letting go, is why she was still holding his body there and not even letting people know that. Like, even when people would bring him up, she was trying not to talk about him too much in past tense because she was not ready to say goodbye. Now, when she found out that was not a faithful man, that was a cheating man, she was ready to lay that damn body to rest real fast. It's like automatically the grief was like, all right, he can go now. He can get the hell out of my house right now.
Okay. Because, girl, I said, woo, flip the script real quick. But we got to talk about Dana's story, because Dana actually story was just like, I really wasn't really feeling it that much. I really thought that Dana was going to have something wild. I mean, I understood that everybody was going to have these stories because, I mean, of course, it was the secrets, right? I mean, we're in the burbs and everybody has a secret. So I really thought that Dana was going to have this crazy secret. And just come to find out, she just an activist for animals and she freed the beagles and got caught and her wife left her. And I'm like, man, why are you leaving this woman when you know exactly who she is? Like, how? You can't tell me that her wife didn't know that this is what she does. Like, you mad at her for freeing the beagles? You thought that she was out here helping convicts escape or something. I'm just saying, I don't get it. I'm gonna start with you, Mo. I don't get it. Dana's story. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I like Dana for the most part. I mean, she be down for whatever. Because when Keke was in that house and they found that little hole spot, and then Keke, I can call her Keke, Samira, convinced her to see if the dog is down there or whatever in the hole. And she was digging. You know, she's what she is from, she was a Navy or whatever. She's part of the military. And I knew it had to be a reason for her to not want to leave the cul-de-sac because she never left. And I ain't never thought that she would be on house arrest. They have an ankle monitor. That was my last thought. I said, what? I'm thinking it had something to do with her wife leaving. Like, she like can't bear the thought, like, live on or whatever or move on. Like, no, she did something illegal and then she got busted and now she's on house arrest. That was the funny part to me. I'm thinking it's something deep, but no, she's just on house arrest. That's why she can't leave. And nobody knew.
I know, girl. I thought she had agoraphobia, like old boy from town, and just didn't want to leave out the neighborhood. Her ass is walking around here, a whole criminal.
Right, a whole felon can't go across certain boundaries, and I was like, "Well, is she scared of the trees? Is she scared to?"
Right, that's what I'm like.
I was like, "What is going on?" I actually liked her story. You know, once it kind of unfolded, I wish they could give us a little bit more. But I like that. It's always one because you're thinking, oh, they're just not gonna be able to go so far because they're scared, they're afraid.
Right.
But no, she can't go that far because her ass is on lockdown, and she ain't even supposed to be out the house at a certain time of night.
Right.
So yeah, I just love that moment. I loved it.
But I do like Dana though. Dana is funny, but I guess I was just expecting something else, and then I was like, not the beagles. Like I was I love the house arrest part of it. Is the dopest
You
part.
wanted the house arrest for something else?
Yes, I wanted it to be something wild, like the
Yeah,
beagles.
That's what made it funny to me because it was stupid.
Like you, like
Well, not stupid, but
I just thought it was gonna be more. I thought something was gonna come up with the girlfriend. I didn't know what it was, but I was definitely like, okay, what's really in the back, happening with her?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hoping she done accidentally
Todd was
off the
clocking it. He was
girlfriend
like-
or something.
Not off the girlfriend.
Yeah, Todd was clocking it. He said, "You got the trick ankle, the trick hip. What's tricking today?
Right.
Oh, it's better now.
Todd
Oh,
was
okay, I
on
was
it.
like, get her, Todd.
Mhm.
Okay. And it didn't even dawn on me until like I think at the very end, it finally hit me. I was like, oh shit. So she wasn't scared. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because the whole time I was like, oh, she's scared. I said, how's she gonna be hyping everybody up and then be scared?
And
Every
she's
single time.
from the military. She was in the military. That's what I'm looking like.
Exactly. I was like, what is happening here? But it really didn't even hit me. After she tells the story, it still didn't hit me. I was like, and then, like, you know how you have that aha moment? You're like, oh, yeah, okay, I get it now. Let's talk about Rob, Naveen, Allison. What happened? Because first of all, we get some. We start getting the flashbacks and getting pieces of the story. Rob and Naveen are looking real sketch when we first meet up with them. They don't want to talk about what happened. Rob is lying to his wife by omission, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? And then he actually lied to her. Then he hiding the phone. And like, it's just all these things. And you're like, who the heck did Samira marry? Because something ain't right. Like, Naveen definitely can't pull this off because he just, he didn't seem like he was the brightest person to pull it off. But Rob at this point was looking like a mastermind. You done something to Allison, what you do to her. But come to find out, we get the flashback of where we learned that she met some guy online by the name of John. She asked them to cover for her for the weekend because she wanted to go see this dude. People are weird. Like, I'm not going to see no strangers, but that's not here nor there. He wasn't who he said he was. She ends up getting kidnapped. Turns out a trick that Naveen taught her because he wanted to be a magician actually saved her life, and she was able to get out the ropes. And then finds out she was 3 states away at the time. A year before they came there, she met Gary. So where was she at the rest of the time? Like, did I miss something, y'all? Like, did I miss something? Because I feel like there was no, they didn't tell us where what she did or what she was doing between these this whole entire 20 years. We know what she was doing the 19th year, but not the rest of it. That's weird to me.
Best life. Yeah, I don't know.
Girl, but
in that town.
All I can say is, Allison, you was wrong for not reaching out to your boys. You knew they were, they thought that something really, really happened to you. And yeah, you got snatched up. But baby, at the end of the day, all this internet and all this research and all these things that you know how to do, that you're capable of at this point, you could have found them and said, hey, I know it's been this many years. Let's meet up. Let's have a conversation. It's your girl Allison for real. Like, just let's meet up so you can see it's really me. But she let these boys think that they were, or men now, but she let them think that they were responsible for whatever possibly happened to her. So I'm gonna give Allison the big G word. She was garbage for not telling them. They got this on their conscience. So it was a great story untold, though.
I know. I'm up here looking for the most diabolical G words out there.
Right.
Listen, hey, I try my best not to use the G word for some folks, but
garbage.
I could have used something worse, but that was the best I could do today.
But you know what? But you're right, though. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, it is right. Like, where were you at all this time, and why couldn't you reach out to one person to let them know? And then this also got me to thinking: what do y'all think happened to Allison's parents? Did they really just move, or did something mysterious happen to them too? I got so many questions. Mo, what were your thoughts about this whole situation?
Oh, okay. So they was talking about her, and like you said, Rob and Naveen, they were so vague when it came to Samira. When she asking questions about it, and it was very suspicious when they was going through Rob old things, especially when he still had her phone. I'm like, why you got a dead girl phone? It was weird. And then he went to go hide it in his parents' desk or something. It was just very suspicious to keep that. And yeah, so I'm like, oh, so this is Allison, okay, for the face of the name. And yeah, meeting a photographer or whatever, and she keep complaining about, and they have their little cave that they little hangout cave and down below, like in the bunker or whatever, and they get drunk, they be drinking and stuff. I'm like, and she complaining about this town, she ready to leave, like she is over this town, she's bored, she want to go out. I'm like, but you young. You're like, I didn't get it. Like, is it that bad? Like, can you wait till you graduate? But okay. Yeah, so she went to go meet up with somebody named John. And John is not Johnny. So she was getting kidnapped. Like, and shout out to Naveen for doing his little magic, practice his little magic, showing her. Because Houdini because she was able to use one of the tricks to get out of the rope situation. And yeah, so I was like, okay. I'm like, yeah, where has she been? I think she was living her best life. I'm gonna be honest, until I guess.
That's crazy though.
Girl, because she was young. How old was she when she disappeared, y'all? Like 16, 17, somewhere.
17, yeah, somewhere around there.
Because I'm like, she had to be living her best life. What kind of house? Because she wasn't trying to itch in her way to get back to the town. Because this is the town that she despised. Like, she don't like this town, this neighborhood.
And that's fine, but she could have sent up a signal that she was all right, John.
Yeah, that's true. Because she did have Rob and Naveen
write a letter or something.
because they was supposed to be the backup plan, like she was such and such with them or whatever, and she really wasn't.
Exactly. That part. And then y'all know what else is weird? What if the parents, what if they knew she was alive? What if they found out that she was alive and they moved away and that's where she had been living, is with them? Like what? And because think about it, the house never gets sold, right? The house never goes up for sale. They just leave all of a sudden. Like I'm really trying to find out where these parents are, y'all. Like I'm in my mystery. I'm in my mystery bag. Okay. I'm about to be on the Scooby-Doo bus. Tamika. What was your thoughts about this whole? And girl, I'm about to be on the mystery machine because I got questions and they answers a lot of these questions for me. I need to know. What was your thoughts about this whole thing?
I was kind of skeptical with the whole parents. Like, did they really leave? I don't know. I had a question mark with that part. But, we still got the house. But then all of a sudden, the house goes up for sale or with some kind of trust. And you have this new person that bought it. But I was giving Robin and Naveen the side. I ain't even going to lie. I was like, what's going on here? Because like Monique already mentioned with that phone, and Naveen was like, oh, get rid of it. Why you still have that? I'm like, so he was accomplice. He helped you after you did something to her. Like, what the hell is happening here? What is the truth? And he wasn't good at all with hiding the damn phone. That wasn't how you get rid of it, but of course that led to her being able to charge it up and hear the damn message and everything. But once we got the flashback, I'm like, oh, okay. And at one point, they even became suspects. So yeah, I am pissed for her because I feel like you could have reached out. And then when you came back with your new husband, you sitting here playing games, acting like you somebody. Like, I get it, but at the same time, it's like you literally playing in their face, and they have pretty much been grieving you for all these years you've been gone and wondering what the hell ever happened to you and could they have done something different. So that was kind of funky on her part. But I understood that her and what was the husband's name? I forgot. Gary. I understood that, he now had his brother missing, and apparently a lot of people go missing in town. That's another reason why I was kind of like, so did her parents ever leave, or are they one of the groups that got missing to, taken to? Like, was just a little skeptical on that part. But yeah, I don't know where the hell she was all those years. I would say she was living her best life, because I don't see what other reason would you have not to reach out for anybody. And even the HOA lady, her daughter, kept making it seem like you don't know Rob passed. At one point, I think they was trying to say he had anger issues and stuff. There was a lot going on. Yeah.
Because even Lynn was snooping when she was so-called babysitting a baby. She was snooping all through the files.
Absolutely. Kay, thoughts about Allison Grant and the twist and what happened to her? What's your thoughts over all that?
I'm trying to find a better way to say what I'm trying to say, because T could be trying to say things nicely, and then I'd be like, maybe I'd be too harsh.
Nah, you good.
With that being said,
balance is the spice of life.
I don't trust none of these colonizers on here. All of them guilty of something. I trust zero of them. Nothing that they say be out of their mouth. Because, oh boy, you knew you left out of your room that night when, what's the name? Keke Palmer's character was watching him, and he talking about, oh, I just went to go do such and such. You ain't tell her then about the secret tunnel, and we really didn't see where you popped up and went to. Then when we first meet Allison, she acted like she ain't got no damn people skills and no social skills. So you putting on this whole act in front of these people when you could have just been honest up front. Then we get her husband and his best friend when they get in the car and they find out, oh, she's back, and they looking like, oh, well, how you think? Especially, you married now, you about to divorce, and we both had a crush on her, and y'all don't know how both of y'all don't know how you feel because the person that y'all had a crush on is back, and one married, one going through a divorce and trying to date other people. And I'm like, it's some weird mixed feelings going on here that needs to be sorted out, because we ain't never take a moment to like sit on these things. I don't trust the things that they're saying, which I see is why that they need another season, because to me, everything didn't wrap up like it was supposed to. I still feel like there's some lies being told.
I feel like it's a lot of stuff that's missing. It's so many things that's missing. That as every time I get into it a little bit more, I'm like, gosh, it's something else that's missing. I need to know the answer to this, but what about this? Like, it's just these little spot pieces that all the full story just hasn't come together, with one of the biggest pieces being y'all totally skipped over where the hell she was all these damn years. 19 years are missing, just gone. And now she gone. And y'all just don't leave us hanging like that. Hell, I think the way my mind works, I need to know, because that don't make sense. Because I'm sitting up here thinking about my own kids. Ain't no way at 15 they would have known what to do. Like, they would have been running home. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just can't see the 15-year-old that gets kidnapped that doesn't automatically want to come back to their parent because they just had a traumatic experience with a kidnapper, right? Mm-hmm. Even if you hate your home that much, you just had a traumatic experience with a kidnapper. The first place you run to is somewhere that is safe to you, which is home, because she didn't say nothing was happening in her house. She just don't like it she don't like it there. Right?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, and then how did she get the trust? Her parents had to have gave her the trust in order for her to come back to the house in the first place. I don't know. And then leave them the trust, all of a sudden you gonna just go away. I still didn't trust Allison. I feel like what was going on.
Exactly. I still don't trust her, because what was this whole little act? What was it for? Like,
she didn't want the people to know she was alive. Why you didn't want them to know you was alive?
I thought her and Gary bought the house. She was
acting real hostage like. It was giving what is it that it was giving Stockholm syndrome. But you don't have, like, what was the reason that you wanted them to believe that for? It's like you were trying to get people to believe this story that you were trying to tell, but it was leading to nowhere. Like, you could have been anybody in the world that you wanted to, and it led you here. Or you could have moved into the next neighborhood. Like, what made you say, I'm going to come back to this neighborhood, this house, and act like I have Stockholm syndrome to these nosy ass neighbors? Like, it's still the math is still not really adding up to me. And I still don't trust that husband. I don't trust him, because when Liz was reading them damn files and they were talking about how violent he was, he really skimmed right over that, talking about, I was just a teenager whose friend disappeared. Sir, they put you in a hospital for that, or was it like a juvenile detention center? Like, they had to
I'm
take
pretty
you
sure
away.
It'll be a season 2.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the rest of the story. There's pieces of this puzzle missing.
There's so many pieces of it.
I'm confusion, because I thought Allison, aka Betsy, her and Gary purchased the house.
They did,
but she left.
I thought it was like under a business name or something.
Samira, yeah,
in a trust.
Yeah, I guess under Betsy, not Allison.
Right.
Exactly.
I was just wondering why the hell we eating tuna and not tuna but sardines.
Oh my god,
this is not what you gonna serve.
I'm about to throw up. I was like,
okay. That's why I said, what was that weird ass performance for?
Right, exactly.
Girl, it's a lot of questions. It is a ton.
And I don't know why Rob and Naveen was lying when come to find out y'all had went to the police and done all this stuff. So why y'all lying? Like y'all did something wrong, or like y'all were guilty?
Well, because Rob left that message that was kind of suspicious, because he was pissed. He like, where you at?
But you went to the police.
It's the tone of the message. I guess he was afraid of that. But it's like he's still missing something.
Yeah, and he still should have told
the same way he ended up telling her then.
Exactly, because we got to the same spot, but you just should have told her then, because now I'm like her, stay away from me, don't come near me, because you're about to get hit over the side of the head. If you come over here, you might get poked, Rob. Like, you better stay over there and start talking. But if he had just told her all of this a long time ago, we could have avoided a little bit of this, and we could have put a little bit of these pieces together a long time ago. But I don't know. Rob, he's still suspect. The garbage man, y'all. The garbage man was the hit man. Okay, I said, first of all, what are we doing with these red boots? The red boots was killing me. Okay, I don't know what it was about them red boots. Girl, okay.
Working on a Sunday is crazy.
Who does that? And who takes the trash out on Sundays? But it is what it is. But overall, it looks like the garbage man was the man who was. He was the hit man, right? He was the one that was taking out the people. We learned that, and I have another slide. Let me see if it's next. Yeah, here we go. the next slide. He was taking after people. Now we learned that there's been a lot of people that's come up missing. So Gary's brother Hank owned a bar, and he came up missing. Just left a letter, and at the very bottom of the letter it says "as ever." The same letter that Allison, quote unquote, wrote to her parents about her running away says the same thing. And I'm pretty sure if they dig deeper, that if they ever found the other letters, that they probably all say "as ever." Now, I didn't catch. Did anybody catch anybody saying "as ever" in this? Because I didn't catch it. I was just wondering if anybody caught anybody else using that terminology at any point.
I can't recall.
Okay, because I couldn't either. And because
it by Agnes' daughter, I don't know.
I was gonna say, yeah, we got to go listen to Agnes and Agnes' daughter.
Talking, it was moments she was talking.
Just lying.
And Candy, you will be judging them so much too.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
These folks are off the chain. They got too many secrets and just doing the most.
Okay.
Yeah, that part. And then we learned about Dan Daniel Sr., who was a police officer, who now Bill is like Bill done pointed the blame at him, right? Because they questioning Bill over here. And Bill like, look, no, dang. And then he also was like, I thought that was Allison Grant, almost like he has this aha moment. Like there is definitely some other pieces that are missing. You know what I'm saying? Like so many pieces that are missing, but all these people just gone. One person unalived themselves, but all their stuff was, but they car was ditched. Why would they unalive themselves and the car be in a river somewhere with all his bootleg persons in there? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm looking at Danny Jr. Okay.
I mean that whole family.
Yeah, that whole family.
Danny Jr., Agnes, Bill, the daughter, and now we know the other lady that was on the HOA
Kate.
that was trying to holler at Naveen. Yeah, Kate. All of them.
All of them. Because then there's another funny piece too, y'all. Remember at the end, we have little Miss, what's her name? Lauren, I believe, Agnes' daughter, who all of a sudden says, we learned that they are somehow related to the Hinkleys, right? Who are the originators of
the house.
Of the of the whole area of the Hinkley Hills in general.
Yeah, Hinkley,
right?
yeah.
And she's like, the house it's gonna go back in our family now. So then it starts to make you think, were they trying to get rid of Allison? Because if they get rid of her, then the house can go back into whatever it goes into. I don't know when it's no longer in a trust or whatever, because technically her body was never found, right? So they technically can't say that Allison was gone per se. Like, I just don't, it was a lot of, I don't know. I don't know, y'all, because one way it feels like, why come y'all couldn't get the house before? The house been sitting there for 20 years. How come right after Allison leaves, now y'all can get the house? You see what I'm saying? Am I tripping?
I took that as she was lying. I don't got no proof that that's an actual fact. I don't trust none of them people, child.
Yeah,
I had my mama on this. I had the cop on this. I didn't have the mailman, but I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense because the cop kept coming at him like he didn't remember the mailman. You know, they had teased Rob and Naveen when they was in school and all of those different type of stuff. So I also was like, oh, he's crooked. Then when they were saying his father was one of the cops back in the days, I'm like, oh, okay, because I was more so looking at I'm trying to remember her name, the HOA lady. I was more so looking at her. Like, yeah, well, you in on this, so everybody was a damn suspect. And I didn't believe her when she came telling Samira and that. They was like, well, why the hell would she leave us the key? I'm like, y'all all in this, y'all all just trying to, you know, wrap everybody up some kind of way so y'all can take over every damn thing. And I didn't believe her. But maybe she was telling the truth. I guess if we get a part 2, we'll find out. But I thought she was lying to her teeth.
Okay, now here's another mystery, right? Okay, so we got Marty and Agnes. I got their little thing up here. I know that's not Marty and Agnes, but I put them up there so I remember what I wanted to talk about. Okay, so after these two decide they had a little moment and she found out about her husband, Marty, they were having a conversation and she was like like he said that he saw Agnes and Marty whispering to each other, right? And then all of a sudden, she was no longer able to come to her house. They couldn't come to, like, something happened between Marty and Agnes. And there's another big thing, because maybe it wasn't an affair. He doesn't even know that they were actually having an affair. He didn't see them together. He just thinks that they were having an affair because they was whispering. So now it's like, okay, you didn't even catch them. Like, so what is really going on here? Was Marty in on this whole situation? Then again, we don't know who all in on it. What's Marty's secret?
I thought Agnes said something about him, or at least unless I'm making stuff up in my head, child. It's been some time since I watched it that Marty broke it off or something like that. So maybe that's why they couldn't come around no more. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember that. I don't remember her saying anything. What I remember specifically is that he says that he didn't see anything but the whispering. That's what I remember.
Because I know when she approached her, she was like, "That man is in the ground. Not really. He in her freezer." But she was like, "You on me about a dead man?" Yeah, and that was her husband, lady.
Hey.
I think when she asked her about that part, I think she said that was in the past or something, but she still doesn't confirm it. Like, I feel like she just...
Man, Agnes did that. Whatever they said Agnes said she did, she did.
Between the lines.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I think they was over there hunching. But what had me cracking up is the fact of she started, like, actually looking over there, having they did the slow motion, and they both was out there with their water hoses and stuff. I was like, what is happening? Because it's like that's going on between them, but at the same time, oh gosh, y'all, my mind going blank on everybody's name. At the same time that was happening, you had Langston coming out walking with the baby, and he peeping how freaking
no Candy. Listen, I was looking for Agnes to be wrapped up in some plastic at this point. But you're not gonna be doing this whispering with to my husband in no shape, form, or fashion. And you're not denying it. You're not acknowledging, nor are you denying it. So, baby, at the end of the day, it was guilt. So, if she ended up wrapped up in some plastic, I wouldn't be mad at her.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been mad at that either.
Oopsies.
It sucked anyway. Listen, Naveen found him a little love connection in Kate, so we thought anyway. But turns out Kate is with the HOA as well, and he done invited her over to his place where Megan done took all his stuff, and they up in there doing a little thing or whatnot, and Naveen drinks the drink, whatever it was, I don't know, food, drink, whatever it was, he took it, and Naveen but like he got, but now she's taking him off. Like, why? What is happening here, y'all?
Because
he done took out the hitman.
Right, the trash man is part of the. They hired the trash man. That's what I'm gathering.
Yeah,
and then he telling that he didn't want underlive because we know Allison / Bessie underlive that man with that swift kick, right? So when they was in the bunker, so to hide her, keep her identity still hidden, like she's still dead. So he took the blame. Like I hit him, I kicked him, I underlapped this man, and he was just talking about how everything was connected. How the man kidnapped Allison and he probably underlied Gary. He was just talking, spilling his guts. And it was like, dude. And then she was telling like she was interested in the story. Like how did you take out this guy? And then what connected? She was acting like she was so overwhelmed with it, but she was interested because he got all the information, which is probably true, that this hitman is working for someone and is just taking out all these people, and he just know too much. Okay. And she said, you gotta go. Bye-bye.
Yeah, when he was talking with her in the restaurant and running his, I was like, "You talking a little too much. Like that's not what she's talking about."
Thank you.
At all.
Exactly. But my more thoughts, my bigger thoughts were, who is she connected to? Like, I know she worked for the HOA, but I just feel like they've given us all these twists I just don't think when it all boils down to it that it's gonna be Agnes. Like, I think that they're leading us toward Agnes and her daughter, but it's gonna be something else just because we've had so many other twists. But I don't know. I didn't suspect Kate at first until he was sitting at that table talking to her. When he was doing too much talking, I was like, oh, okay, Kate finna be involved some kind of way. Kate, any thoughts?
Yeah, because anybody could see that this man was struggling, and for her, first of all, he didn't even have enough riz to pull her at the pool hall anyway. Okay, they was at the bar, and of all people, she came to approach him because he thinks that he's just some hot shot DJ. No, like it's already giving suspicious because he already looked like he was falling apart. He was upset that his wife was about to leave him. Like, he looked like somebody. And then even at the little neighborhood get together, and she was there with him, and he's just crumbling and falling apart. Then any regular person would have been like, yes, sir, you going through a lot. I can see it's too much going on. I'm gonna back away. But for her to come back around a third time and listening to this man tell you a whole bunch of stories about people that you don't know and haven't heard of, and for you to be invested, it was giving that, it was giving scheme set up by Todd for a while, and that this is bigger than them, and this has been going on for a long time, and that they've been just picking out the pawns slowly. But I'm trying to see what the big conspiracy picture is, because also we didn't talk about why old boy was burning those articles and books and stuff that he got from the library. Because why would you burn them and put them in the flames? Like, if this was important information, why are we burning it so nobody else can see what's going on? Like, I'm suspicious.
I'm suspicious about everything. Everything got me suspicious. And there was a point where Naveen whispered something to her, but we don't actually know what he actually said to her. When he was like, when they were having their little date night and they were at the house, I think he actually whispers to her twice, if I'm not mistaken, but I can't remember. But I know he whispered something to her, and I feel like whatever that particular one was the one that really was like, okay, you got to go, whatever it was. So, there's that. But I mean, overall, I thought this was a pretty good series, y'all. I thought that it's something that I need more answers to. Like, I would look at a season 2 for sure, because I want to know all the answers. I'm going to go down the line and everybody just tell what your theories, your overall thoughts of the show, what you would like to see next. And anything that you have to say about the show is fine. I'm starting in the middle. So I'm going to start Miss Kiera, then Mo, then Tika, then Tamika, then Kay.
I need more Langston, so throw him in season 2 just for the laughs. Come visit, take care of the baby a little bit more, get a little Kiki. We got to find out what's going on with Naveen. I'm sure he's fine, but put together this whole HOA, conspiracy and how far it goes back, and all the players, because we had the school teacher and this person and that, everybody that got on Miss Agnes and them's nerves, okay? And y'all better leave Rory alone too, because y'all was mad that Rory got into the school and the little girl didn't. So hopefully we leave her alone. Just a bunch of stuff that they could tie up. I also want to know where Allison was for all them 19 years that you couldn't send a letter to say, I'm okay. Don't come looking for me. I'm okay. But
that part.
Just a couple
Any theories?
No theories. Because every time I would have had a theory, I would have thrown it out the window watching this daggone show, because I was like, no, that ain't it. That ain't it. So
that part.
No theories.
Okay, thank you, Mo.
Yes, I kind of second with the whole what's his name, Langston, the brother. We need more of him, and I'm gonna need Allison / Bessie to bring her ass back over here, because we still got some more questions that need to be answered, and we definitely need to see what's going on with Danny, the officer, Agnes, her daughter. They some weirdos. They very suspicious. It seems like every time somebody is not, in their eyes, an ideal resident, somehow they get sabotaged some way, somehow. They out of here. because it seemed like they on some perfect resident type stuff. Like if something's like outside or different or outside the box of a HOA requirement or whatever, they out of here. So we need to know who's the head, who's in charge, who hired the trash guy, and stuff like that. We need to, and poor Naveen, hopefully he make it to season 2. But in the back of the trunk, like no. Yeah, we need more on Kate. Like I know she, like you said, she works for the HOA. Like, yeah, who she's linked to. You know what I mean? Like why is she taking this position on? Why she's going these links? It's one thing to work for the HOA, but it's like acting like a mob now. Like, what is this? Like
that part. It's weird.
Weird.
Thank you, ma'am. Take a douchey.
Yeah, we definitely need Betsy. Betsy to come on back, tell us what's really going on, where you been, what else have you been doing? Where are your parents? Are they, in a ditch somewhere? Did somebody snatch them up? Like, we need a little bit more insight as to that family, excuse me, her family tree. And then I need Agnes and Lauren. I need the two of them to be wrapped up in some plastic, because what you're not gonna do is tell baby girl Rory that she can't sell her cookies at the freaking Outback or at the party at the little outside event. It was giving you can't do this because you a little chocolate. I don't like that. And it may not have been the case, but that's what it was given. And so I just want to see, I want to see Rory come up. I need baby girl to be like the new HOA. I need her to run some stuff, because I feel like she can do a whole better job than what Agnes is doing. Naveen, maybe they'll bring him a love interest. Definitely the one that they picked, was not the right one for him. He got a bad choice in women, clearly, because when he married a Megan, that just threw him all the way off. Because the man went from sleeping in the living room on the air mattress, house dirty, to he thought he had found the one and had started cleaning up and put the couch out there and everything. So I want a love interest with Naveen, somebody that's gonna actually make him happy. But considering the fact that we in the burbs, I don't think we're gonna get any happiness. And then as a theory or just a moment that I would like to see, the chick with the ankle bracelet, I want her love to come back. Yeah, I want Dana's love to come back from the military, because basically what you're not gonna do, because you want to be out here saving the animals, is gonna mess up my military career. So maybe Dana's wife, girlfriend will come back and retire from the military, and then they can live a happy life. But in a whole, like I said, the very first 2 episodes, I ain't gonna lie, I dozed off. But then once because it was just a little bit slow for me, but then once I was like, let me actually sit up and look at this and pay attention to a lot of the little shenanigans that's going on, it became super interesting to me. And now I'm just ready for them to go ahead and drop a season 2. Pretty good. Good job, Keke Palmer. Isn't she like executive producing on this one? So, great job for revamping, this particular from a movie to a series, The Burbs.
Absolutely.
I got one more thing to say. Like, I just remember the Hinkley story. They did a brief, and it was Tom Hanks in that picture.
Yeah, I was just about to actually say
they're gonna elaborate that more on season 2? Because I'm like, they showing this. I'm like, that's funny. I just chuckle at it because I'm like, I get it. The Burbs.
Yeah. Yeah. I was literally just about to say that I liked how they tied in the original, even though I didn't see it, but I knew who was in it, of course. And I was like, I liked how they made him the founder. But one question that I do have is, if that was the Hinkley house, right? So basically, it is the OG house. How did Allison's parents end up with the house? How did it get out of their family is another question. Like, what is going on here? Okay. Oh, geez, Louise. Tamika, theories, what's next? Overall thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. Like I said, some things I wasn't expecting to go that way. Like when we got to the end, I was like, wait. I said, I hope y'all gonna get renewed, because not y'all having Naveen kidnapped. They see it in the back of the car, chasing at the car like nobody takes our neighbor. I was like, all right now. So I do hope that they get renewed because I want to see what the heck's gonna happen to him. I definitely want more of Nathan because I just felt like when he was on the screen, he was cracking me up. Like the fact that he jumped right into it with them. Because what I was gonna say before, and I kind of got a brain fog and I couldn't remember them. But when he was coming out with the baby and how he just jumped into it with Diane and Todd, like, what y'all got going on? And she was watching because I believe Naveen was in the house trying to talk to Allison. She's watching out for that, trying to make sure Gabby wasn't coming back. But at the same time, she's peeping what's going down between Lynn and the HOA husband, like them both looking at each other. And she was like, what the hell? She was so grossed out when she was even saying, like, girl, me and him went for a walk the night before. So I was just laughing at all that part. And I was kind of annoyed when Allison was like, I get it. But then I don't trust Allison at the same time because I know she like, I don't want nobody to see me, so can you please ask your brother to leave? I'm like, no, I ain't asking my brother to leave. Maybe I would have told him to go get something to eat for a minute or something, but I was like, that's mad disrespectful. He just came all the way there on the train to help you out, and you just gonna kick him out like that? I was annoyed with that. But
Me too.
I think it's bigger than just the HOA. I do think they're involved into it, but I feel like if it was just about the houses, that would be one thing. But they showed so many different people on the wall, and that they was trying to get their businesses at first. They was trying to get them to sell, and then if they didn't want to sell, all of a sudden that's when they was disappeared, or I'm leaving. I don't want to be at the job no more. I'm about to go on this adventure randomly. So I'm assuming like it's high ups involved into it too. So I'm just curious to how they're gonna break it down if they do come back, and what else do we see? Because I think it's probably the mayor. Who knows? A whole bunch of people involved into it.
Absolutely.
But I'm curious to see how they're gonna work it out.
Yeah, and then there's the point where the part where when you were saying that you don't think it's just the HOA, girl, I lost my whole train of thought. God dang, it was a good thought too. I don't know where it just left me. Anyway, maybe it'll come back to me, but it'll come back to me. It's gone. Kay, go ahead.
I think it is the HOA. They just covering up for something else. The HOA, see, y'all got to think big. You got to think big. The HOA is a criminal enterprise, not limited to and including other illegal activities like human trafficking, hiring hitman. We don't know what products and things that they moving through this neighborhood, because supposedly this neighborhood is supposed to be the safest neighborhood. Well, what's the good way to be able to feel like the safest, to do crime right before your eyes? They're doing criminal activity right in front of everybody's eyes and making sure nobody actually understands and sees what's going on because of all the cover-ups. Everybody in that damn town is in on it. Everybody's in on it. Ain't nobody at this point. I say we don't trust nobody.
I agree.
Not even her husband, not even Rob.
I trust Samira. She the only one that's the outsider. Right. And Rory.
And what's up with Rob's parents?
That part too, because that was another question. I said, did they disappear? Did they did they really send that? Did they call him? Because they don't really say how they found out. And so I was like, did they send a note? Like, but then if they hadn't sent a note and it said as ever, she probably would have remembered that, unless she didn't see the note and only Rob saw the note. I was down a rabbit hole. I ain't even gonna lie to you. What I was gonna say was, remember, they thought Allison was bad and they thought she was a bad influence and they wanted to get rid of Allison. So, I'm like, okay. Like,
because she ain't fitting that perfect bubble.
Exactly. There's a lot going on. It's so much going on. As far as theories, I don't really have any big theories. I really would love to have a theory about who the overall person is, because I feel like there is a bigger head to it. But I really don't think that is Agnes. I think that they want us to think that it's Agnes. Then they wanted us to talk to the little girl. When I say Lauren, the little girl, I'm talking about Lauren, her daughter. But I don't think it's either of them. I don't even think we've met who it is. Even though we did meet the garbage man at the beginning, like they gave us that, I don't know if we've met this person at this point. I don't know. But at the same time, I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Y'all done heard all of my thoughts and about what questions I have, because I got a ton of them. But overall, this was a pretty good series. I thought they did a good job on it. I'm here for it. I'm ready for the whatever comes next. Hope they get renewed, because they cannot leave us hanging, and we cannot have another kidnapping of somebody and then we don't know what happened to them, because we still don't know where Miles is. That's all I'm saying. Like, come on now. We don't know where that little boy is. Took the po' boy. That's my Moesha reference, y'all. Y'all remember in Moesha?
Oh yeah, they definitely left us hanging. They could have just wrapped us up with a movie or something. Reunion special.
No,
Okay.
reunion special.
Okay. Listen, I'll take a movie. Just go ahead and close it on up. But anyway, y'all, that is what's up with The Burbs. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you thought about it in the comments. If you're looking at this on the replay, drop down in the chat and type in #replay squad. I'm gonna let everybody go through and tell what they got going on first before we get up out of here. Kira, what you got going on?
Go ahead and check out. I did a full, I ain't mean to make it that long, a full recap of that America's Next Top Model documentary. All the other stuff is old. What do we got coming up? We got Love is Blind Sunday on Nita the Diva's channel with me, Nita the Diva, and MCD on Sunday. Monday we got Cross. Tuesday is The Beauty and Married to Medicine. And I don't know if I forgot anything else. Keep your notifications on, y'all. But just check those, replay the Top Model for me. Please and thank you.
Of course. Mo, what you got going on?
Finishing up on my Beyond the Gates videos that I'm making, because I'm catching up on that. And also for the members, the American Next Top Model documentary will be up tomorrow for that. And what else? Sisters Paradise come back with Monday. So
yay.
Wait.
Thanks for the reminder.
So I cannot wait for that to drop. Also, Cross. How can I forget Cross? Major Eye Roll. Anyway, so disappointed. And what else? Like I'm forgetting something. Married to Medicine, Tuesday. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Okay, that's what's up. Tamika?
I think Monday I'll be with Nita the Diva and Moochie for the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And I know Tuesday's The Beauty, Wednesday's Sisters. It's, just continues all over again. I may put up Love After Lockup sometime over this weekend, but I can't make no promises. Might have a couple other things. Just keep your notifications on, just in case I do. And that's about it. I enjoyed this discussion. Thank you for having me. Make sure y'all like all the channels, subscribe to all the channels, and please hype the videos up, because for some reason I'm not out there in the algorithm, okay? I need y'all to go ahead and put me out there, okay?
Okay, that part.
Yeah.
Okay, what you got going on, Bubba? Okay.
Y'all can hear me? Monday, Night of Seven Kingdom recaps. Tuesday we do The Beauty. Thursdays is Cross. Fridays, you all know I drop my little shorts about why horror is political. I dropped one today for Lovecraft Country. Y'all join these channel memberships. We are going to start movie night up. I dropped the second part of my adult ADHD mini documentary for members only. So y'all come on in and get these memberships. Y'all can be with us during our movie night watch alongs, because they're going to be members only. So I'm going to need y'all to come on and join. Look out, join somebody membership so y'all can be with us, because y'all going to want to watch some movies with us. I know you're going to want to.
Okay. That part. Take a douche. What you got going on?
Well, let's see. I do have the Nowhere Man. I'm wrapping that one up. I think the last episode that we just got was the season finale. I think if it is, either way, I'll be talking about the Nowhere Man coming up soon, a couple of days. Cross, of course, we definitely doing Sisters. I'm also gonna do my little tribute live to Eric Dane. We saw him on Grey's Anatomy, The Last Ship, like so many different series. So I just want to, just do my little thing the same way I did Malcolm Jamal Warner. I want to do that same thing for Eric Dane. So rest in peace to that man. And just all the things, y'all stay locked in, stay tapped in to All Things Ruthless. Y'all know EJ gonna wrap up that TDT content. We got game night coming up soon, so y'all be prepared. It's gonna stream on everybody's channel like we a whole movie, y'all. We gonna stream like that. And yeah, just stay locked in. It's so much, so much going on. Thank you, EJ, for making me watch another one that I probably wouldn't have watched. But it ended up being a really good series. Looking forward to the return of The Burbs. Shout out to Keke Palmer.
Yeah, she did her thing.
She did her big one on that one. She did really good. She really did carry it. I absolutely 100% believe she did. Listen, as far as TV Junkie is concerned, just definitely check out the channel. Keep your notifications turned on. I'll be dropping the rest of my videos probably over the weekend and maybe a little bit into next week for Love Don't Pay the Bills. Y'all, I've been over here in these Tubi streets. Do I need somebody to tell me? Tubi be on it, boy. I tell you, listen, they made a fan out of me in the Tubi streets. I found a lot of little stuff. I said, I'll tell y'all about it later. But anyway, so I'm doing Love Don't Pay the Bills. So I'm finishing that up. I'll drop the rest of that. And then, of course, y'all know I'll do Family Business Sundays. Well, actually, I turned it into like a little different type of situation. So it's like a mixture. So it's definitely still Family Business, but I'll add anything else that come up through the week as well. So just check it out. It'll drop on Sunday. And then other than that, TDT, of course, every Wednesday we drop a reaction video. We dropped Interview with the Vampire. That's what we're watching right now. And then Tika will have her first impression. We're not doing any petty debates right now. We're regrouping on that one. We'll have our petty debates coming back a little bit later. And then Tika, I don't know what Tika's watching, but whatever she's watching, y'all check it out because she'll be dropping her first impression on whatever that's going to be. And y'all need to lock into that. That'll happen on Monday. Every Monday we drop a first impression. So just sign up for the channel, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and just know that Monday you're going to get a first impression from us. And on Wednesday, you definitely going to get a reaction from us. And then something else throughout the week. Cross, of course, we got to finish. We got to talk about that when it come back up next week. We already did our Cross review for this week. So make sure y'all check that out. Oh, okay. Double Trouble. Oh, yeah. Tammy Roman. Yeah, so that's what's up. So y'all make sure y'all lock in for that, okay? And then is there anything else that we had going? I don't think there's anything else that we have on the channel right now. We are supposed to do our documentary. I don't know if we're gonna get it out this. We gonna see. We'll see. Just turn y'all notifications on. We'll see what happens with
and
that.
Our monthly check-in, possibly, EJ. The monthly check-in.
Yeah, monthly check-in on Sunday. I don't know what time it is, but on Sunday, and then we have our game night on Sunday as well. So yeah, just stay locked in, y'all. We'll be posting some stuff. But y'all, that's it. Shout out to everybody that came through. We appreciate y'all. Candy was in here trolling like a mug. CT came through. And everybody else that came through didn't actually say anything. We appreciate y'all just coming through and hanging out and chilling with us. Again, if you watch this on the replay, please make sure to drop down and type in #replay squad. Let us know when you came through. What are you most interested in seeing? What are your theories? And what was your favorite part of The Burbs? If you have not watched it after listening to us, are you going to go ahead and give it a try? I hope y'all will. And we will talk to y'all later. Peace.
Bye.
Talk that